What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF, man, back from work, right in time to do the live stream. As the Lakers get set to face the Phoenix Suns back in Staples Center after this 5-game road trip, longest one of the season. So, good to be back home, getting them victories. Welcome to the live stream, guys. This game is set to tip off at 7:30 Pacific time, 10:30 Eastern. Injury updates: Lonzo Ball still out with the sore left knee. And the Suns' Devin Booker is out with left hip pointer, and Isaiah Cannon, he fractured that left ankle. Unfortunately, that was pretty gruesome. So, yeah, we might have a little bit of an upper hand, being that we're home and everything, but we still got to take this team very, very serious, and we got to make sure that we don't we got to make sure we don't slack off. No, it's not a new sponsor, man. Just literally got home from work and. I just wanted to do my video quick as possible before the time runs up. I know sometimes I'm late with you guys, so. But yeah, so we get set to face the Phoenix Suns. They don't have their young star in Devin Booker, and we don't have our young guy in Lonzo Ball as well. Should be an interesting matchup. Players to look for. We got to stop TJ Warren. He always seems to go off on us. We got to make sure we crash the glass. And, we got to keep playing hard, though. The same way we've been playing. We got to pretend like every game we're facing the Warriors and just bring that same intensity, because I noticed this season thus far, we have brought up our intensity when we play the competition, the higher competition. We play up to the competition. And when we play lower competition, we play down to them. So we got to keep playing hard. Josh Hart continues to be the key. I'm pretty sure he's going to start again tonight in the absence of Lonzo. We're going to need him. I mean, the Lakers are surging. We've won, 14 out of our last... we've won 10 out of our last 14 games, and the only team that's doing better than us thus far is the Houston Rockets so far, during the stint. They have an 11-3 record, but like I said, the Lakers are surging. Hopefully we continue. We have about 30 games left, and in these last 30 games, all I want to see us do is play at least 500 basketball. Now, if we can exceed that, my personal record would be for us to end up 500, and in order for that to happen, like I said, we need to win the last 19 games out of the last 30, which gives us about 11 games of leeway to lose. So these are games we absolutely have to execute if we're gonna get to that mark. We have to beat these lower opponents, and we gotta outplay. We gotta outclass these guys. Thanks, brother. I appreciate you. LA forever. It's my work shirt, man. Lonzo is not playing still, unfortunately. He hasn't progressed to do the next stage of his workout, so yeah, he's still going to be out. But I'm still excited about this game, the way the young talent has been playing. Hopefully we can continue to do this at home. We got to carry that momentum, and we'll see what happens. Like I said, the key is we have to continue to get out on the break, outpace them. They don't have the shooters, but they still have... they don't have their shooter in Devin Booker, but they still have very capable shooters out there. We got to make sure some no-name D-leaguer doesn't come off and just destroys us for a new career high. So, man, what do I think of the Porzingis injury? Absolutely horrible, man. I hope he's fine, but that did not look good. Anytime you come down like that and, you step on somebody and you tweak something like that, especially for bigger men, that's dangerous. So, he's going to be in my prayers. Hopefully he's fine. I mean, he's been balling this season, so I would hate to see him, go down with a season-ending injury or anything crazy like that. But yeah, the Lakers game is going to be on ESPN. Oh, good to know. Thanks, Laker, man. I appreciate it. Dan, why do you always say Lonzo Ingram is our best scorer? I didn't say that. I said Brandon Ingram is trying to fit that role. However, our best scorer right now during this stretch, our most efficient scorers have been Clarkson and Randle. My favorite scorer on the team is Kuzma. He just has so many go-to moves. So he continues to be my favorite. After that Boston Celtic game, he showed me he has the stuff to take over games, and it's only a matter of time before Luke has to give him starter minutes and insert him into the lineup and, start calling plays for him. So, but he's shown me enough of a sample size where I believe he has star potential in this league. It's just about hard work now and opportunity. When hard work meets opportunity, that's how you get these stars. Dan, do you still think Kuzma is our closer? Well, he has a better jumper than Brandon Ingram. But Brandon Ingram, what he has over Kuzma right now is a little bit more length and versatility. He can put it on the floor a little bit better, handle the rock, and play make a little bit better than Kuzma. So for now, it's a coin flip. You know, depends on what night and who's got it going. But honestly, that doesn't matter. As long as we play together, we should figure out ways to win without needing a closer per se. But yeah, it is going to come down to those games where you're going to need somebody to step up. And whoever's having the best night, I think that should be your closer. Would you move Jordan Clarkson and Randle in the offseason to sign Clint Capella? I wouldn't move them both just for Capella, no. I like Capella, but, I mean, Julius Randle's very versatile. And it would take me a bigger signing, like a Paul George type signing for me to want to move Randle. Oh, it's not on ESPN? Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what channel it is. I just got home from work, and I'm hoping that it'll be on a local channel. That way everybody can watch. But I know that's not probably going to be the case. So, why has Kuzma been inconsistent? Because the coaching staff has been inconsistent all season long. I mean, you start the guy and he's dropping 20s and 30s, and all of a sudden you yank him, put him back in the bench. What do you expect? He's young. You know, if you're inconsistent as a head coach, he's going to be inconsistent as well. But, again, he's just a rookie, so I'm not worried about him. He's had some major games, and he already blew me away for this season. So no matter what he does, he's going to be a major part of our franchise moving forward. Who would you go after in the 2019 free agency, realistically? You know what? I haven't even looked that far down the road. But, like I said, I still expect the Lakers to go after Paul George, maybe even potentially LeBron. However, them coming out and saying this basically just states that they've found newfound hope in Julius and Clarkson. Like, they're not ready to trade them away for nothing. So that pretty much guarantees that we're going to be competitive for the rest of the season, and hopefully we can get to 500. That would be my goal. 41 and 41 would be great. But like I said, in order for us to get there, I still feel like we need to trade for a shooter. So it's going to be interesting in the trade deadline. See if we can land that Marco Bellinelli type player or something like that. Maybe Mario Hezonja on a cheaper contract. I don't know. But we need a shooter for sure. Preferably one with experience. I still believe Mauro would fit the description. We do have an open roster slot, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with that spot. I'm not expecting a big move anymore based on what Ramona Shelburne said. But like I said, rumors will be rumors. And until the trade deadline passes, then we'll know exactly what direction we're headed in. Dan, would you trade Ingram, Clarkson, and Randle for Kawhi? No. I am still very, very high on Ingram, and I feel like he can be that Kawhi type, jack of all trades, Army Swiss knife type player in the future. He's only 20. So, and on top of that, you throw in Randle and Clarkson, that's way too much. The only player I'd give up that much talent for would be probably the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo. So, other than that, man, we should roll with these young cats, man. I think they are really improving, learning how to win games. We currently have 21 victories to 31 losses, and we're well on pace. Like I said, we're on pace to get at least 35 wins if we keep playing sub 500 ball. Now we step it up and we get on another little run similar to the one we had last month, then we have a good shot at 41 and 41, which then would really give us a good chance at the playoffs. So that's all we need, man. Love you too, Mortal. You work for DoorDash then? Yep. Just got back, man. Just got back, bro. Do you think the Lakers, I don't know what that means, WL1? Not sure. Suns going to go try hard. I don't expect anything less. Every NBA team, especially when they're underhand, they seem to step up a notch and play harder and more focused because they're already undermanned. So, what's up, Dan? Where's your jacket? Oh, man. I believe in the Lakers. I think they can pull this victory off. I'm not going to put it on. Like I said, I don't want to wear out the luck. I put that jacket on when we truly need a victory like the last game. So, I know this victory is, high. We need it as well. But I have enough faith in the Lakers to be able to win that I don't need to wear out that luck. Do you think the Lakers will release Randle and Clarkson? Release or realize? Realize? Do you think the Lakers will... I'm not sure what you're asking me. Do you mean re-sign? Clarkson's still in their contract for this season coming up and the season after that. So we'll see what happens. As far as Randle, that depends on how much money he demands on the market. I know the Dallas Mavericks are going to try to throw a lot of money at him. So we'll see. If he signs elsewhere for a lot of money, then probably we're going to do a sign and trade and say bye-bye to Randle or just let him walk. But We can never say the Lakers game is a lock after the Magic game. Yeah, man. All season long we've been inconsistent. Like I said, when we play good competition, we play up to the competition, and when we have a tendency to, let off our guard when we're playing inferior opponents like Phoenix. So yes, we have to continue to pluck away and pretend like we're playing the Warriors. Like I said, it's going to be probably a hard game. I wouldn't be shocked if they come out firing, the Phoenix Suns. Dan, drop some new fire. Oh, man. I'm trying to do one song a week. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to drop another song this week. So, stay tuned for that. Dan, would you still go after Boogie? Not for the max. I wouldn't throw him the max. Now, if he wants $22 million a year, sure. Let's throw him a $22 million, maybe $22.5 million contract for 3 years with a third-year option, just in case he never comes back the same. So you don't want to lock yourself in something long-term if it's not, necessarily going to go good. Love our team too, man. I agree. I love our team too. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Desk Lamp was a cooler name. Lil Desk Lamp. Hey, Dan, the Cavs are garbage. Yeah, I got home right now and I turned on the news and I saw they whittled away a 21-point lead to the Orlando Magic. So, not to sound like a hater, but it's kind of nice to see LeBron era's coming to an end over there in the East, and he's going to have to re-up if he wants to have another shot. So, it reminds me of, unfortunately, when the Lakers, we had Powell, Kobe, and Bino was starting to get injured, and Kobe was on a decline with injuries. And Powell was no longer the same, and we started losing to teams like the Mavericks and the Thunder started taking over. So every era, it must come to an end, and eventually a new day, a new dawn, a new era is upon us. So hopefully it's Lakers time soon, and I can't wait till that day comes. I mean, we didn't do much against the Magic. We can't be talking. Yeah, but we don't have LeBron James. That's the difference. But yeah, I agree. We didn't show up versus the Magic, and like I said, that has a lot to do with our immaturity and our inconsistency. But I mean, we're still 10-4 in the last month, so we're doing a lot better than the Cavs. Do you think Josh Hart is a draft steal? Definitely. Him and Kuzma are the two draft steals. One is an offensive beast, and the other one's a two-way player. So yes, I'm very happy. And like I said, if you didn't watch my video earlier, go ahead and check that out. I have a theory about Thomas Bryant. So. LeBron was causing our team to have a chemistry problem, and he ain't even on our team yet. That's a good point. Hate him or love him, when LeBron retires the NBA, it's not going to be the same anymore. You're right. It's not going to be the same anymore, but that's just the way every time a superstar retires, it just opens up a slot for somebody new to come and take over. And I'm looking at Giannis. I'm looking at Porzingis. I'm looking at Brandon Ingram. I'm saying, who's going to take over the league in the future? I can't wait to hear that answer, but we'll see. Dan, LeBron needs one more big splash for his career. Lakers would be the best choice. Yeah, man, we'll see what happens. But like I said, if you haven't seen my video earlier, I had a theory about LeBron and Magic potentially trying to trade for him at the deadline, and him not wanting to waive his no trade clause. That's why maybe the Lakers are moving on from that. So, again, watch my video earlier. It was interesting. It was about us moving on from the 2018 free agency and focusing more on 2019. So we had some interesting points. One of them came from my brother, as some of you guys might remember. So go ahead and check that out. Choice for leading scorer today, Dan. Good question. Let's see. Okay, so we're playing the Phoenix Suns. Devin Booker's out. So by default, my choice would have to be Julius Randle. I feel like he can have his way inside tonight. If it ain't Julius Randle, it should be either Kyle Kuzma or Brandon Ingram. But this game is tailor-made for a big to come in there and dominate. Tyson Chandler was good in his prime. He's no longer the same. So I expect Julius to have his way tonight, and we'll see what happens. I noticed I didn't say Brandon Ingram, and it could easily be Brandon Ingram too. However, he is facing Josh Jackson, who's a pretty good two-way player. So it's up to Brandon Ingram to bring his A game as well. Who the heck is going to step up to Durant? Don't know what you're talking about, bro. We're not playing the Golden State Warriors tonight. The Thunder are. By the way, I'm gonna be flipping back and forth, between commercial breaks on the Laker game to see how that goes, because it's always intense when Westbrook goes up against Kevin Durant. By the way, if the Warriors win tonight, they would have delivered the Thunder their 5th straight loss. So that team is streaking, man. They were on a roll, and all of a sudden they're free falling again. So, what video do you talk about Thomas Bryant in? The one that says Lakers, focus on the 2019 free agency. I dropped it earlier today. It's a pretty good video, man. Go ahead and check that out. Hey, Dan, if we lose Julius Randle, who can replace him to his role? I think it'll be Kyle Kuzma's spot, man. Prototypical power forward, can stretch the floor, can bang down low a little bit, has a nice soft touch around the rim. I think Kuzma is plan B if Randle leaves. Who do the Thunder play? They play the Warriors, so most likely they're going to catch their 5th loss. The Warriors have been playing sloppy lately, though, so you never know. Randle is the enforcer the Lakers need. Yeah, if he keeps playing like this, then we're going to have no choice but to sign him, man. He's earning that contract, but he has to continue to work and continue to get better with his right hand. Is Kuzma still your favorite player, Dan? Yes, he earned that when he beat the Boston Celtics, the team I hate the most. When he just took over that game, and he just showed me I think he's the leading scoring type player we have on the team. Like the one guy I would choose to start. If I had to say, if he was starting, I would say every night he's going to be our leading scorer. That's how highly I think of Kuzma. We will give OKC their 6th loss on Friday. Oh my goodness, that'll be great. Especially if for some miracle Lonzo's back, that would be even more amazing. And I want to see Paul George outplay Clay. Hey Dan, everyone needs to chill on Thomas Bryant. He's a tradable asset. I mean, how much of an asset is he at this point? They haven't really played him very much. I still believe he has talent. Like I said, my brother made an interesting point. I mentioned it in the video earlier when I was talking to him. He told me something interesting about Thomas Bryant. So like I said, if you want to check that out, go ahead. Lonzo was doing workouts earlier. Yeah, but he's still not doing full court practices with the team. So as long as he's not doing those full court drills, there's no way he's going to be back on the court. They're not going to rush him. So that's okay as long as we keep winning. We don't need to rush him back. Hopefully when he does come back, he's healthy and he's ready to contribute, because we're going to need him down the stretch. After the new news that came out of us focusing on 29 free agents, I no longer think we are a destination for free agents until we actually make noise and go to the playoffs at least. I think you're wrong, bro. Let me tell you why. LA is always going to be a destination. However, this new NBA, you need to have a star already or recruit a star to come with another star. It's a buddy-buddy league, unfortunately. No longer are there players like AI, KG, Kobe who were looking to take a franchise to the next level on their own for the most part. And whatever came after that was great and all. We don't have those guys anymore. Now we have the LeBron James has changed the landscape of the NBA. It's who can you join to get to the next level? How can you take the easiest shortcut to get to the finals? That is what the new NBA is about. That's why Paul George is considering staying in Oklahoma City, because he has Russell Westbrook there. And if they add a third piece, besides Carmelo, because I don't think he's a long-term option, then they would be formidable. That's why Kevin Durant went to the Golden State Warriors. It's the easiest way out. And that's what's annoying about today's NBA is that nobody has the cojones to step up and say, hey, I want to put this city on the map. Like if I'm Paul George, personally, if that was me, I'd say, I like Oklahoma City, very hospitable, whatever. Russell Westbrook was great, but I didn't choose it. I'd rather be at home playing in front of my family and friends, taking that city to the next level. I want to put the city on the map again. I'd be the greatest thing since Kobe Bryant. So personally, that's me. But everybody else nowadays, they play soft, man, and they like to team up and take shortcuts. That's why to a lot of people it was refreshing to see Russell Westbrook stay. It was refreshing to see that kind of player that wants that kind of personality, responsibility. So yeah, I gave him props for that. No, however, I would love to see Paul George come home and break that whole trend of, oh, I need LeBron to go as well. That way I can join him. Or, oh, I need DeMarcus or DeAndre. If not, there's no way I'm going to LA. That sounds like a scary cat mentality. You got to have cojones to be able to put the city back on the map and put the team on your back and take them to that next level. See, if I'm Paul George, matter of fact, if I'm Magic Johnson, I'm like, hey, you always wanted to play for LA. This is your chance. Come home, play for the Lakers. The city's going to love you. You're going to be the one to put us back on the map again. And then after that, we will sign another free agent. When Lil Dang's contract is more tradable, we'll be able to get somebody else and to join this young core and yourself. And now you're looking formidable 2 years down the road, ready for title contention. So personally, that's just what I would pitch to Paul George. And I would hope that he is that type of player. He is that dude that wants the responsibility to take it, putting the Lakers back on the playoffs and beyond eventually. So we're going to find out a lot about him. If he ends up, he'd rather stay in Oklahoma City. Personally, I think he's wasting his career there because they're not going to get past the Warriors or the Rockets unless, like I said, they sign another superstar. And Sam Presti's not very good at going over the cap, to win championships. Look what he did to, what's his name? Serge Ibaka and James Harden. He got rid of both of them because he didn't want to pay. So that tells me everything I need to know about our front office. The Lakers are willing to pay whatever it takes to win a championship. So if I'm Paul George, I'm coming home. Period. Dan, what is your win prediction with 30 games left this season? I think we end up with 38 wins. 38. And, it's not far from my original prediction of 44 games early this season. However, if we didn't drop so many games in December and go through injuries and stuff like that, we would have been better off by now. But we still improved, and 38 would still be very decent. So I think we'd win 18 games, 17 games at best. If we can win, like I said, 19 and get to 41 and 41, that would be great. Great. But we'll see. Like I said, we need a lot of good things to happen. We need to trade for a shooter, and you just continue to. John Davis, stop writing in all caps, bro. That's weird. That sounds like you're yelling at everybody. It's distracting, honestly. Harden. When's Zoe coming back? Hopefully, in the next game or two, we'll have him back. It depends on him practicing with the team and how he feels, Make sure there's no tightness, nothing like that, I look at the schedule, and I think they should be able to win up to 15 games with the games left. So you think we're going to play 500 basketball? That wouldn't be bad neither. That would get us to about 36 wins on the season. That's still 10 games more than we won last season. That's a pretty good improvement. However, if we could somehow get to 41 and 41, that's huge. Dan, playoffs? Well, I'll tell you what. If the Lakers trade for a shooter, Lonzo comes back healthy, and we continue playing the way we've been playing, we start gelling, coming together as a team instead of individual, then yes, I think we can do it. Too many caps, bro. My bad. Zoe should probably sit the All-Star weekend. If he continues being this injured, yes. But All-Star weekend, they never go hard, so it doesn't matter. If he's healthy, then he should be ready to go. Thanks for creating this community, Dan. Yeah, man, it's my pleasure, bro. That was always the goal of the channel. I love giving you guys a voice as well. You guys are the best. Plus, I love talking to you guys. It kills time, man. It's almost game time, Been on here for 24 minutes, and it feels very, I don't know, it feels like time goes by quick. You're welcome, Swisky Vision. Thank you, bro. You always give me donations and stuff. I appreciate you. By the way, I like the quality of your videos. If you guys haven't seen his videos, his camera work is great. So, nothing to do with basketball, however, it's still very interesting. Yeah, man, I work for DoorDash, man. I just got back. I needed to get a job that was flexible with my schedule so I could, not miss Laker games, and DoorDash is pretty flexible, so I'm happy with that. Who is starting tonight? It should be the same starting lineup with Josh Hart in there. as the last game. So hopefully that that gets us through. Your channel really helps with the hard times of the Lakers. Appreciate it, man. I always try to see everything in a positive manner because I know the Lakers. I've been there before. We've done quick rebuilds, the whole era when Shaq left and we ended up drafting Bynum and then eventually trading for Gasol, Ariza, and good role players like Shannon Brown and stuff like that. Then that was, that's how we got back. But it took us like 4 to 5 years before we were back. It's officially been 5 years, so I expect we're already starting to see a trend upwards, and you see a bright future with these young talents. So that's, that's all I see, man. I see positivity. Appreciate it, Indo420. Thank you, bro. Dan, if we're focusing on 2019 free agency, what does that mean? We're not going after Paul George? No, that doesn't mean that at all. It just means we're not trying to clear the books to sign 2 max free agents, and we're going to roll with the punches, meaning if Paul George wants to come here by himself, great. If he doesn't, that's too bad. That's his decision, right? We have plenty of young talent to keep propelling us forward. I'm pretty sure Magic's going to try to trade for another first-round pick down along the lines of the summertime. So, yeah, we got to keep drafting because they're great at drafting. And that's one way to get back to the top. You draft a lot of guys on cheap contracts and they start, contributing just as fast as Kuzma and Josh Hart are, then you find yourself with a lot of money to sign max free agents plus a bright future. I agree. D'Lo's a little bit overrated, and our talent this year is better than it was last year. So, like I said, you got to be happy with what they've done thus far. Sure, we expect a lot more, but, we're going to get there eventually. I was stretched, dang, signed PG and Capella. That's not a bad, route to go. What's with the fine they gave to Magic Johnson? I mentioned it in my earlier video today, man. See, since Giannis is a Milwaukee Buck, and there's history there of us taking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in free agency from the Milwaukee Bucks, that automatically sounds like tampering, right? Because they don't want Giannis's mind to open up and say, whoa, it would be great if I went to the Lakers and followed in the steps of, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So that's my theory. I just think they're scared of Magic and the Lakers. They don't want them to get anybody. So they know we're on the rise, man. Hey, Dan, will Josh Hart get another double-double? Keeps playing like this? That'd be great. I think he could easily. I do DoorDash too. That's what's up, Jonathan. Yeah, man. We're co-workers then. That's what's up, bro. It's cool, man. It's flexible with the schedule. I get to be here for every single Laker game. I've been offered other jobs, but they would take away time from me, and I would not be able to pregame and postgame with you guys on some nights. So I'd much rather get a part-time job, but I could still hustle on days when the Lakers don't play. I could be out there driving for the most part. I got a Laker ad from you, Dan. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty decent, there's not a lot of work out here, but they're looking into expanding to the, other urban parts of San Bernardino, Rialto, Colton. And so hopefully they open up those spots here. Right now I have to drive down all the way to Fontana or Rancho Cucamonga, to do deliveries. But I hope that eventually they expand and it'll be more local for me. Dan, we think exactly the same with these rumors. Great minds think alike, brother. Woofty, woofty. Or wafty, wafty. I'm not sure how to say it. Wafty, wafty. Yeah, there's no O-U. But yeah, guys, that pretty much is going to wrap it up for me, man. I did, the pregame. I did a video earlier today. If you haven't checked it out, please go ahead and check it out. It's interesting. It pretty much covers up the trade deadline and the Lakers' plans for the future. So, go ahead and leave a comment, a like, and subscribe. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do a halftime report today. However, I'll be here post game for sure. Simply because halftime, I feel like halftime doesn't get enough views to the point where I could just save everything I want to save for after the game. So I'd rather do that. I appreciate you guys for showing up, though. I was just reading a couple of questions just to see if there was any Laker-related ones here in the end. But if you guys have any questions, leave them after the video processes. I try to get to as many as possible. But thank you guys one more time, and I'll see you guys hopefully post game, and keep it locked right here, man.